Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the brand new playthrough of Stalker Clear Sky, the next installment in the Stalker OG playthrough. Once again, being played with no mods installed. This is just original, OG, unmodified Stalker Clear Sky. Let's waste absolutely no time and let's get right into a new game. Master difficulty. I'm ready for the pain. I am ready for it.
In actual fact, we have nothing to worry about. According to our research, the next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days, and 7 hours. Its intensity will be 3 on the Bergman scale, which is 2.13.
Still a great intro. Short, but effective.
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't be better. It's astounding.
Perhaps it has something to do with the emission.
Most certainly, although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for this abnormality.
Waking up. You're awake. That's good. Welcome back to the world of the living, Stalker. How are you feeling?
Let's go. We're in. My head is splitting and spinning too. Basically, I'm in real good shape.
Do you remember what happened to you?
I remember leading an expedition through the swamps, bunch of scientists, then the emission, that's it. Where am I? Is this heaven? Then why does it look so much like the zone?
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves Clear Sky, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission.
Guess I got lucky.
Lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway, I need to finish what I'm doing. So let's continue this conversation later.
Dot dot dot. Okay, we're in. We are in. Ooh, ooh, hello. Alright, that's a little better. Here we go. We got a nice Pentium here. guys are looking up a bunch of mutants. See controller, dog, flesh, mutant boar, poltergeist, pseudo dog, rat, snork, Dishkano, crow. What does that say? F, Bosch, Bash. I don't know. Anyway, we're back. We're back in the Stalkerverse. Clear Sky. Not everyone's favorite game, for your reasons. And of course, we're playing the man, the myth, the legend, the mercenary Scar. Yes. Yes. Is he the best protagonist? Is my mercenary bias showing? Could be. Could be both. Could be both. Alright, let's look around. Oh, it's Nimble. Dude, I haven't slept for 3 days. Or is it 4? Let me catch some Z's, alright? Wow, Nimble, back when he was in the swamps. There's Lebedev.
You head over to
Something
pay
on
the
your
barman
mind,
a
bud?
visit.
Whoa.
Have a good drink and come back then. No use talking to you now. You look like a controller has rearranged your brain. Come see me if you learn something important.
Okay. Okay. Here's the professor.
I'm glad to see you, young man. You look considerably better.
I've seen all types of folks in the zones come here. Some come here chasing dreams, some in search of the zone's wonders, some are just looking for loot. Why does Clear Sky study the zone?
People are mistaken in their belief that they understand the essence of what the zone truly is. Some consider it to be a universal evil, others a wonder sent down to humanity, and others still consider it no more than a source of riches. They are all wrong. The zone is impossible to understand when viewed through the prism of human perception. Moreover, it is far too early for humans to even try. Ergo, the actions of both the government and stalkers with respect to the zone are misguided, and I fear that the potential consequences may be, or indeed are, completely unpredictable. Naturally, this represents a terrible danger.
So what is the zone?
Young man, if only I had the answer to that question. We are studying the zone meticulously in hopes of finding it. The zone appeared as a result of the actions, let's call them misguided human actions, and we are unable to return to the status quo. The zone cannot be destroyed, nor will it disappear of its own accord. We, Clear Sky, believe that there is only one way to reconcile man with the zone: coexistence.
You guys, I bet you guys in Freedom get along. Why is the zone having the shakes? Know anything about that?
How can I best explain? Let's put it like this. Any complicated system in nature, and that includes the zone, automatically seeks equilibrium in the absence of destabilizing external factors. That was the case here in recent years. The zone was stable and there were no significant deviations from the norm. And now we've seen a gigantic emission that has changed the face of the zone. The system became unstable, distorted, a glitch of sorts. The zone is spewing out emission after emission and pumping itself full of energy with each one, so much so that the readings on my sensors oscillate with unbelievable speed. And unless we find a way of reversing this trend, the result will be a disaster of far greater proportions than the 1986 catastrophe. The most important lesson in all this is that this glitch is not a product of natural causes. This is human handiwork.
I wish I knew whose it is.
And that's what we are attempting to find out. Perhaps knowing who disrupted the zone's equilibrium will give us a chance to prevent a disaster.
Is it really within man's power?
Since man caused this mess in the first place, man may well be the only one able to set it right. In any event, I very much hope that is the case.
In what way exactly? What is the point of the rescue plan?
I fear that question is not one I can answer. I suggest you address it to Lebedev.
Alrighty, bye. Alright, let's talk to the man.
Hello, Mark. You
Oh, it's
became
cold.
quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of God.
Woohoo!
It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures. Because I'm just dying of curiosity.
It's just dying. There's not much to tell. I was leading a group of scientists through the swamps when a mission hit. I remember nothing after that. I regained my consciousness here. So now you tell me what happened.
Well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission, the biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together. Because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a cause.
Sure. How did you end up here?
I was collecting bottles one after another and they led me here. I'm kidding now. The truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. They didn't want me. In the end, I came here. First to the zone, and then to Clear-Sky. The guys here are alright, and I'm needed here. They come back here after a mission, I pour them a drink, tell a few dirty jokes, and my job is done. Simple, but effective. By the way, they call me Cold around here.
About this place. Would you give me the clue? Would you give me a clue as to where it is?
In our base, as you can see.
Thank you.
A small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic, endless swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly, but it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back, or let you bleed to death to save a med kit.
Yes, I've never done that. I'm no stranger to the zone. You've never heard about Clear-Sky. How do things work here?
You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it. And the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. The man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Behins, Professor Behins. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than... well, anyway. Our technician's called Gray. He can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that. And finally, we have Suslov. He's a trader, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off or screw you.
Cole,
He knows what
leave the
stalkers
merc
go
alone
through
with
to
your
get
dirty
their
jokes.
loot, and he
I need to
expects
see
that.
him.
Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on, I'll catch you later. Stop, I suggest you go
Oops.
see... Well, next time you're at the swamps, don't be a...
Alright, Gold. I'll talk to you later, Big Chief. Big Cheese. Talk to Lebedev. Go back to sleep, Nimble.
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation.
Alright.
You're in the Clear-Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that.
So you weren't in the
mission
last
is
game.
to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history.
Okay, why are you hiding?
As I said, we are researchers.
Uh-huh.
We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago.
What's so peculiar about it? We've had emissions before.
No, that emission was incredibly powerful.
No.
It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory.
Yeah.
In other words,
Faction
many
wars.
strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it.
Because I'm just such a fucking Chad. If I knew how I survived, I'd tell you in a second, but I don't remember anything.
I see. How can I help you?
I'd better leave. I'm pretty beat up, but I can still walk and hold a gun. How do I get out of here?
Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long.
What are you trying to say? I'm afraid I'm going to kill you.
We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you, tells me you're a pro at that sort of thing.
This is the second outpost. We're
Your
under attack. I
experience can
repeat,
save
we're
the
under
lives
attack.
of
Help!
many of my... That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it makes any difference, some of the boys who saved you are there right now. You great. Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment. After that, head straight to the outpost.
Alright, I got it. Oh, the Clear Sky fanboys that think Clear Sky is badass. Look at them. Look at them losing a war against
Glad to see you.
the Renegades. What's going on, Suzlov?
Here, take this basic equipment kit. It's designed specifically for patrol
Here,
missions.
take this basic equipment. Thanks. Is it always so stressful here?
I've been ordered to issue you some equipment. There's no time.
Okay. We got the scatter gun. We got the AK. I have to sneeze. I can feel it. It's in my nose. Ah, that felt good.
You have my full attention.
Good. What's going on, Ivan Trodnik? Ready to go to the outpost? I'm ready. All right. Ah, the swamps.
There are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
This is the button for the detector again. O? No. Okay, P is the PDA. That's good. Mutants. The faction wars. You are not a member of any faction. True. Renegades. Everyone's an enemy. That's funny. Oh, look at that. The weapon idle animations. What is the key for my detector? Sprint is shift, lowest is X. Detector. Detector is O. I'm pressing O.
Oh, by the way, you can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close
Yoink. Was that jellyfish? Jellyfish. Radiation -2. I like it. Okay, I believe I've cleared the anomaly field. Alright. The Great Swamps. Probably my least favorite map.
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
Whoa! Wow, this shotgun sound. Oh, yep.
Attention all fighters. An emission is approaching. Get to cover now!
Oh no, an emission. What am I gonna do? What the hell? That bird just hit the ground with a metal clunk. Birds are robots? Confirmed? Hey, we're back. Ask Lebedev about what happened. Okay. What an exciting first mission. Lebedev, lore dump me.
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Behins was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms.
Literally.
Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point where our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait. Don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die.
Why do emissions occur this often?
A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the brain scorcher.
Wonder who that could be. Someone got past the Scorcher. What risk does this pose for the zone?
It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, others say the Vishkrater. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the brain scorcher.
And what were you doing at the CAPP? Were you working for a certain group, perhaps? Is there a real way to pass the Scorcher, even a theoretical chance?
I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the Scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the process.
What is the danger of such frequent emissions?
I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things. A system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what Clear Sky is doing. We're trying to prevent that disaster.
Prevent the disaster? You're not even strong enough to fight off the bandits. Ooh, roasted.
You're right.
Roasted.
But we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions, and that means something.
Lots of confidence you got there. What's the plan?
We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price.
Why are you telling me this, of all people?
There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly.
Not sure I want to jump right in the thick of things. Why do I have to take part in this?
I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us and you'll save yourself. Now this may sound like a line from a corny movie, but you really don't have a choice.
Looks like my options are pretty limited.
Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us?
Yep.
Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the cordon was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment. But it's a lead.
That'll be fine. How do I reach the cordon?
Through the swamps, of course. How else?
Of course.
But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now they control almost everything. We are under siege, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. So before we can help you get to the cordon, we have to regain control of the swamps. And with your help, I think we should be able to do it.
Understood. Okay. Nimble. Wait a minute. Reaching the Great Swamp is easy. Our guides will lead you out. But if you actually want to survive there, you need to learn about the current tactical situation and your PDA's new features. So if you're curious about any of that, just ask. Sure. Lore dump me some more. This is going to be an entire episode of lore dumping. What's the tactical situation? In a word, shit. In two, deep shit. Our fighters can hardly hold the Great Swamps. They're being constantly pushed back by bandits and monsters. The enemy simply outnumbers us. What must be done to gain control over the swamps? Reduce the enemy's numbers, or to put it simply, shoot down as many as possible of those who are shooting at us. If we don't, our fighters will have no chance of securing the swamps. What are you doing here? Trying to get some rest. Assembling pieces of information that guys bring me. Consulting our valiant leader. You see, we guides are Clear Sky's eyes and ears of the swamp.
Your main guide is the objective section. Your main objective is displayed here.
Okay, I'm going to skip that. I already know everything about that. What can you offer me? You'll find the stiff at these coordinates' backpack. Oh yeah, no thanks. Okay, Nimble, good to see you. You're cool. Everybody loves you. You're a fan favorite.
Visitor? Oh, welcome, guest from foreign lands.
Yes.
What come you with? A bursting purse? Of prized exotic wonders?
Neither, unfortunately. I got hit by an emission and barely survived. Totally empty now. The emission seems to have scattered all my goodies over all the swamps. Or all over the swamps.
Yeah, I heard your story. I reckon the main thing is that you're still alive. Stuff is easy enough to replace, as long as the zone is kind to you. So, you gonna trade, or you got some questions for me?
Yeah. Even at the swamps in a hush-hush joint like this one, there's a place for a trader. What do you know?
That's the sort of people we are. You can't buy an extra 15 minutes of life, or a spare store from death. But us traders are needed everywhere. Even in the zone. Even in the swamps. And even underground. It's an illusion that the zone is under lock and key, and the army has all the ways in and out sealed. And think about it. Nowadays, artifacts and rare specimens from the zone can be found all over the world. And your fellow stalkers never have a shortage of canned meat, vodka, ammo, or equipment.
Vodka.
Somebody's got to be responsible for all that, right? Well, that's where we come in. In this place, it ain't like selling bootleg CDs on the outside with the cops up your ass every damn day. Around here, the situation is very simple. The outside world has an interest in the zone and vice versa. But it's officially forbidden, prohibited, all that bullshit. That's what we're here for. We make sure all those interests are satisfied and everybody's happy. There's a joke among traders that if someone points a gun at you, your best bet is to try to buy it off them.
I see. Except it seems to me that your business isn't doing too well.
Let's not talk about it. You have no idea how tired I am of peddling these trinkets. There's a ton of ordinary artifacts out there, but the best tidbits pass this place by. I haven't had a unique item in my store for ages.
Why the limited selection?
Who knows? Maybe stalkers have already found everything there is to find. Man, getting behind the Scorcher would be a dream. I heard you can get enough artifacts there to last you a lifetime. Provided your life doesn't end there and then. It's about time us traders joined forces and used our connections to find a way of getting past that thing.
You're not the only ones looking in that direction.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, listen, I've told you too much as it is. Time is money. So
Alright, what does he actually trade? Just ammo, health kits, regular shit like that. Alright. Good talking to you, Lev. You're the man. Why does it still say you have something, though? Collect your reward.
You're with us again. Want to trade?
Ah. Flash drive with data on super light Kevlar body armor, slug rounds.
Have a safe trip.
Okay. Wow, the rain. Look at that. Alright, let's head out.
Stalker, what do you want?
So, you want me to leave to the Great Swamps? Yes. I don't know why you have to blindfold me. I know the map.
Take your blindfold off. Don't you try to follow me. It won't work anyway. If you want to come back to the base, find one of the guys at the fishing hamlet.
Okay. Alright, so we got to take the pumping station.
Merc, it looks like you're at the Great Swamps now. Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet. That's where they are. We're getting slaughtered here!
Damn, this thing is good. A dead Clear-Ski boy with literally nothing on him. Swag. Don't you run from me, Flesh. Don't you run from me.
Damn you! Where on earth are you?
I'm trying to get there. Is this a path?
Quick! We're getting slaughtered here!
Buddy, I'm trying. Get off my ass. Eliminate enemy Bro, there's like 600 Clear Sky guys here.
That's it.
And you're yelling at me to come help you? Okay. Trying to use the shotgun there was not the best idea. Ah, shit. I gotta go through all that again. Alright. We're gonna speed run the, Oh, no way. I'm all the way back here. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, man. Should I afford this? Okay, we're back in the swamp.
It looks like you're
Gaming.
in the great swamps now. Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet. That's where they are.
Roger, Dodger. I wonder if I can change the FOV at all. This guy doesn't have anything, I remember. Bridge is over here. Nice food and drink. Good. The renegades aren't even here. Well, stash location though. That's exciting. Ooh, bandage, yep. That's something we want. Nothing there. Just checking for any loose loot before moving on. Uh-huh. Nothing there. Uh-huh. First aid kit, let's go. Ah. Thank you. Okay, what needs doing? Let's see. So we've got to attack the lookout tower. Alright, I say we'll do that, and then we'll call it a day for the opening part. Let's quick save it. Let's go take the lookout tower. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Alright, now this might not be too easy with just a pistol, basically. You donkey. This is a little awkward. Hang on. Ooh. Gosh, diggity. My God, these bandits all look the same. I completely forgot they got rid of the iron sights for the pistol. Now it's just like a partial zoom. Alright, any more loose loot up here? We'll just take a quick check for that, and then we'll call it there. I think there might be something up here. Cool, PSO scope. Hello. That's exciting. Put that on the AK, right? Okay. Alright, Area 1 secured. Our Clear Sky boys should be coming to capture this place anytime now. Those guys are going to attack the thingamajig. Okay, I think we'll save it here, and that was part 1, the opening section, big lore dump episode for Stalker Clear Sky. A new journey has begun, and I will catch you guys in the next part. It'll pick up right where we're leaving off. So I'll see you guys in the next part. Thanks for watching.